EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
They'll run here with Brown. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Try again. It's second and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. Get the ball out of his hand. See a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll throw here on third and short. 14 on the pickup. First down, 49ers.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he's in! Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his second touchdown of the year. Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. A First snap, and Murray goes to the air. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. It is a big gain for Arizona. Pickup of 46 yards. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Taking off. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cardinals come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll drop to throw. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll send him over to the left. Right back to Pearsall again. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Running from the pistol, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll throw out of the gun. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
His drive will start on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Quick throw, taken in. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he's going to be taken down. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
3rd and goal. Murray. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cardinals are in the lead by the score of 13-7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A carry here for Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second down and 8. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Here's Brown. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Man in motion, heading left. This is intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now a 2nd down throw for Murray. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Arizona. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Now Brown. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now, faking the give. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now movement up front. It's a big decision coming from the officials. Who's the penalty on? The 49ers out for the punt. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
2nd down, Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A run on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped at about the 2. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Brown. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. 3rd and a yard. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football as we send you to Orlando to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A short one taken at the 10. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga, on the tackle. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Murray now to throw on first down. We'll go right back to Harrison. He's got him again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's caught downfield by Harrison. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. To the goal line and in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Arizona. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cardinals will extend this third quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. pick this one up on the ground. He's inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken around the 11. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Now a give on the ground. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
A pickup there of 19 yards. It's an Arizona 1st down. Here's Murray. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing again is Murray. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move, and
he is in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cardinals are going to extend their lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Aiden Hutchinson, the former 1st-rounder, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 60
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And he is going to score a pick 6 for the touchdown. Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals add on to their already sizable lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. To the ground, a 1st down run. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this will wind up a Niners 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll run here with Brown. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Third down and 9. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Offense staying out there for this 4th down. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals stretch things out even further. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And this will wind up a Niners 1st down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
He'll look to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Second and a yard. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Now he'll air one out. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Let's go. Trap 60.
Back to throw. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and 9.
Ready? 19, right here. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down.
18, ready. 18, ready. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19, Lion. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Right back to him on 1st down. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have that 1st down. Tackle made up around the 35. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Second down and 8. that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. It is 3rd and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.